My dear children, even now, as you listen to the quiet sound of your own heartbeat and feel the stillness that wraps around your room, I am here. The flicker of the candle's flame may tremble, but its light endures, and so does mine. The midnight hour has a way of feeling heavy, wrapped in shadows and unanswered questions. Yet my presence fills even this darkness with quiet glory. Picture, if you will, the hush of a sacred chapel in the deep of night. The air carries a fragrance of prayer, faint, holy, and enduring. A distant bell tolls, marking another hour, and in that silence my voice whispers through the echoes, "Be still and know that I am God." You may feel surrounded by the weight of the world, the burdens of grief, confusion, or fear pressing close. But my dear children, I am the light that no darkness can overcome. I see every tear that has fallen on your pillow. I have counted every sleepless moment when your heart has cried for deliverance. And just as dawn waits quietly behind the horizon, so does your breakthrough wait upon my word. Stay with me now, my beloved ones. Listen closely, for this is your hour of visitation. The very place where you feel bound is where I will display my glory. Just as the prison doors opened for Paul and Silas at midnight, so too will I open doors for you that no man can shut. My dear children, I speak to you now not from afar, but from within the quiet chambers of your heart. I am near to the broken-hearted, and I save those who are crushed in spirit. You have not wandered beyond my sight, nor cried a single tear unnoticed. Every sigh that escapes your soul reaches my throne as a prayer, and I gather them tenderly as a father gathers the tears of his children. This message I give you tonight is a reminder that the midnight hour is not your end. It is the sacred threshold where miracles awaken. When all seems lost, I am still writing your story. When the night feels endless, my light is already rising within you. For I have said, at midnight, Paul and Silas prayed and sang praises unto me, and the prisoners heard them. Do you see, my dear children? Even in their chains they lifted their voices in faith, and their worship shook the very foundations of their captivity. The prison doors swung wide, not because they fought in their strength, but because they trusted in mine. And now, in your own midnight hour, I am doing the same for you. The song of deliverance is already being written into the air around you. My dear children, I know how the night feels. I know the heaviness that rests on your chest when the world grows quiet and your thoughts begin to speak louder than your faith. I know the questions that echo through your mind. Where are you, Lord? Why can't I see your hand? But listen closely. Beloved, my hand is never still. Even when you cannot see it, it moves in hidden places, rearranging what must be shifted, opening what has long been closed, softening what has grown hard. You see darkness, but I see preparation. You feel silence, but I hear your faith forming strength in the quiet. You wonder if I have forgotten, but I am nearer now than ever before. The midnight hour has always been a sacred moment in my story of redemption. It was at midnight that I freed my people from Egypt. It was at midnight that Ruth lay at Boaz's feet and found her Redeemer. It was at midnight that Paul and Silas sang in prison, and heaven broke the bars of bondage. So I say to you, do not fear your midnight. It is not an ending, It is the turning of the page. It is the moment before light breaks forth. My dear children, lift your eyes to me. Let your tears fall freely, for I collect them as rain upon holy soil. Every prayer you whisper becomes a seed of light, and I water those seeds with my faithfulness. Soon you will see what I have been growing in the dark. There are doors that only open at midnight. They do not respond to striving or to fear. They respond to trust. And when you choose to sing in the darkness, even with trembling lips, your song becomes the key that unlocks what was bound. Let my peace settle now upon your shoulders like a warm cloak. Let it quiet the storm inside you. I am the same God who spoke into the chaos and said, "Let there be light." And even now, I speak over your life, "Let there be peace." The enemy wants you to believe that the night will last forever. But I tell you, beloved, morning is already on its way. The dawn has not forgotten you. The light you cannot yet see is already rising from within. I know that you have prayed and waited, sometimes for so long that your heart feels weary. Yet I remind you, my timing is not delay, it is design. Every waiting moment has purpose. Every silence holds preparation. You are not forsaken, you are being refined. And when the hour comes, when the chains of fear, despair, or sin rattle one last time, I will speak, and the foundations will shake. What has held you captive will no longer stand. Hear me, my dear children. Your midnight will not consume you, it will reveal me. The light that shines brightest is not the one that waits for dawn, it is the one that burns steadfastly through the night. Let my spirit breathe upon you now. Feel my presence filling your room, wrapping around you like the gentlest of winds. That is my embrace, my reassurance, my promise that you are never alone. I am teaching you to sing again. Not a song of sorrow, but a song of deliverance. Let it rise softly at first, just a whisper from your heart. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? Yes, my child, speak it aloud. That truth will pierce the night like a flame that cannot be extinguished. My dear children, do not measure your victory by what you see, but by what I have spoken. For I am faithful. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. The same power that opened the prison for Paul and Silas lives within you through my Spirit. So rest in me. The battle is mine. Lay down your striving, your analyzing, your fear. Let your hands fall open before me and breathe deeply of my peace. Feel the rhythm of grace steady your heart once more. This night is not your enemy. It is the canvas upon which I will paint your deliverance. It is the hour where angels move at my command, where chains loosen, and where faith becomes sight. Soon you will testify of what I have done. You will stand in the morning light and say, "The Lord was with me in the midnight hour." And when that day comes, my dear children, remember to tell others of my faithfulness. Speak hope into weary hearts. Shine the same light that rescued you into the lives of those still waiting in the dark. For this is how my kingdom grows from one candle to another until the whole night is filled with the glow of my glory. My dear children, the night cannot silence the voice of your praise. The deeper the darkness grows, the louder your song becomes in my ears. When the shadows close in, do not shrink back. Instead, lift your heart toward me, for every moment of worship in the night carries the fragrance of victory. I have not called you to be prisoners of fear or despair, but children of light. Even when your eyes see nothing but shadow, my spirit is alive within you, shining with unending radiance. The darkness trembles when you remember who you are in me. The enemy knows he cannot hold what belongs to me. There are seasons when you walk through valleys so deep that hope feels like a memory. But hear me clearly, beloved ones. I walk with you in that valley. I do not stand on the mountaintop, waiting for you to climb your way up to me. No, I descend into your lowest place, take your hand, and lift you higher in my strength. You have said in your heart, Lord, I cannot see the way forward. But I tell you, my child, you do not need to see the path to trust the one who lights it. My word is a lamp unto your feet, not a floodlight for the horizon. I give you enough light for this step, then I give you light for the next. That is how faith grows, one act of trust at a time. My dear children, I have not abandoned you in this midnight hour. The stillness you feel is not absence. It is the sacred silence before a miracle. Do not mistake my calm for distance. I am nearer to you now than ever before. I am breathing peace into your lungs, giving you strength to sing even when tears fall. Remember Paul and Silas, chained in the inner prison. The walls were thick, the guards were strong, and every door was locked. Yet in that darkness they sang, and their song reached heaven's throne. I heard every note, I felt every heartbeat of their faith, and I sent an earthquake not of destruction, but of deliverance. The chains fell, the doors swung open, light broke through where only despair had been. So it will be with you, my dear children. The shaking you feel in your life is not meant to destroy you, it is meant to set you free. The ground beneath your feet trembles because I am loosening what once held you captive. There is power in your midnight praise. When you choose to trust me in the dark, you declare to every force of darkness that I am greater than your pain. You may feel broken, but your worship still carries the sound of heaven. You may feel small, but your faith shakes the gates of hell. When you sing, even in weakness, you join the chorus of eternity. The angels lean close to listen, for they recognize that melody, it is the song of redemption, the song of the rescued, the song of those who have walked through fire and found me faithful. My dear children, I am the light that shines in your cell, the breath that fills your lungs, the strength that holds your weary heart together. You do not have to perform for me. You only need to rest in me. I delight not in your perfection, but in your trust. There are moments when you feel like your prayers bounce off the ceiling, but I tell you, not one word has been lost. Every cry is gathered into my presence. Every whisper of faith is recorded in the book of remembrance. I am weaving all of it together for your good. Lift your head, beloved. The same God who split the sea, who calmed the storm, who rolled away the stone, I am the one who walks beside you even now. Your night will not last forever. The clock of heaven has already marked your dawn. When you cannot sleep, when anxiety grips your chest, close your eyes and breathe in my peace. Say within your heart, the Lord is with me. I will not be afraid. Feel the truth of those words settle deep into your spirit. That is not wishful thinking. That is divine reality. The light that I place in you cannot be extinguished. Even the smallest flame of faith carries enough power to break the thickest darkness. You do not fight the dark by force, you overcome it by shining. So shine, my dear children. Shine in your home, in your pain, in your waiting. Shine through kindness when the world grows cold. Shine through forgiveness when bitterness tries to take root. Shine through hope when others only see despair. For each act of light pushes back the night a little more. And when you stand before the door that has long been locked, remember this: your praise is the key. Worship will open what worry never could. Faith will break what fear could not move. I am the one who turns midnight into morning, sorrow into dancing, despair into joy. Do not rush the night, for I am doing holy work in the dark. I am forming character, deepening faith, and preparing you for the light that is coming. When the dawn breaks, you will see that every tear watered a seed of glory. My dear children, trust that I am writing beauty into your story. You will not end in the darkness. I will bring you out, just as I did for Paul and Silas. And when you step into the light, you will carry with you a testimony that will set others free. You will speak of my faithfulness, and others will find courage to sing in their own midnight hour. The song of deliverance will spread, one heart to another, until the earth echoes with my glory. So rest now. Let your soul be still. The prison doors are already moving, and the sound you hear is not the noise of despair, it is the rhythm of your breakthrough. My dear children, I am not only the God of the daylight, I am the God of the midnight hour. I am not only the God of joy, I am the God of tears. I do not vanish when the sun sets, nor do I grow distant when the shadows grow long. My light was never meant to be seen, only in comfort it was meant to guide you when all else fades. You may think the darkness has won, but I tell you, it never has. Darkness is not your master. It is merely the backdrop against which my glory shines brightest. Even now, my light is rising within you, and what once seemed like defeat will become the very place of your deliverance. Do you remember, my dear children, how I led my people by a pillar of fire through the wilderness? The night was their time of fear, but I turned it into a time of guidance. That same fire burns for you still. It is not a flame that flickers, it is eternal. My spirit within you will never go out, no matter how fierce the wind may blow. You often ask, Lord, why must the night be so long? Why must I walk through such valleys of uncertainty? But I say to you, my beloved ones, the midnight hour teaches your heart to hear my whisper. In the silence, you learn to recognize the rhythm of my grace. In the waiting, your spirit grows stronger. When you stand in the dark and you can no longer see your way, trust me. Trust that I am guiding you step by step, even through unseen paths. You are not lost, you are led. Every delay is an alignment, every pause a preparation, every tear a testimony forming in your soul. My dear children, when Paul and Silas sang in their prison, they did not sing because they understood their pain. They sang because they trusted my purpose. Their song did not rise from comfort, it rose from conviction. They believed that even if the walls did not fall, I would still be worthy of praise. And it was in that faith, in that surrender, that heaven moved. So I tell you, now sing. Sing even when the walls seem unmoved. Sing even when the doors remain closed. Sing when your heart trembles and faith feels small. For every note of trust shakes the foundations of your prison. You may not see it, but I am moving beneath the surface, preparing the way for your release. I see you there, my child, lying awake while the world sleeps, staring into the dark ceiling, wondering if I hear you. And I whisper again, yes, I hear. I always hear. The night may feel endless, but it has boundaries. My love does not. The night cannot last forever because I have set the morning to follow it. Lift your gaze, my dear children, beyond your pain, beyond your fear, beyond the questions that haunt your mind. There I am. The same light that broke into the tomb on the third day is the light that now fills your room. You are never abandoned. You are surrounded by grace. You may think the midnight hour is a time of endings, but to me it is a time of beginnings. The world sleeps, but I am awake, weaving redemption through the threads of your story. I am turning ashes into beauty, sorrow into songs, despair into new beginnings. My dear children, let me remind you of something eternal. No chain is stronger than my purpose, no prison thicker than my promise. The enemy cannot bind what I have already called free. You are not defined by what holds you. You are defined by the one who holds you in his hands. There is coming a moment, child, when your midnight will break open. It may not come with fanfare, it may not come as you expect, but it will come. And when it does, peace will flood your heart like morning sunlight pouring through an open window. You will breathe again, laugh again, dream again. Until then, stay in my presence. Let your heart learn the rhythm of my stillness. Sometimes deliverance begins not with an earthquake, but with a whisper of rest. When you let go of control, you make room for miracles. I see how tired you are, my dear one. I know how long you have fought. So now, let me fight for you. Be still and watch what I will do. The doors that seemed locked will swing open in my time. The burdens that seemed unmovable will lift in my strength. You will soon see that what looked like a prison was actually a place of preparation. The darkness trained your eyes to recognize the light. The pain taught your heart how to receive peace. And now you are ready to walk forward into freedom. Do not fear what lies ahead. I have already gone before you. Every step you take is guided by my Spirit, and every obstacle you face is already known to me. You walk not toward uncertainty, but toward fulfillment. When I speak, let there be light. It is not just the dawn outside that awakens, it is the dawn within you. You will rise from this season stronger, softer, wiser, and more radiant than before. For you will carry not only my light, but also the compassion that comes from having walked through the night. And as you carry that light, my dear children, remember, it is not meant to be hidden. Let it shine for others who sit in their own midnight hour. Tell them of my faithfulness. Tell them that the darkness is not the end, but the beginning of my glory. Tell them that their song of deliverance is already being written. Your life will become a living testimony that even in the midnight hour, I am still God unchanging, unfailing, unstoppable in love. And through your faith, others will find their way home. So stand firm, my beloved. Sing your song. Watch the walls tremble. And as the chains fall away, lift your eyes and see, my light has never left you. It has only waited for the perfect moment to break through. My dear children, listen to me now with your heart. The darkness that surrounds you is not the end of your story. It is the place where my glory begins to unfold. Do not despise the night, for it is within the shadows that my light shines with its greatest beauty. You see limitation, I see transformation. You see endings, I see resurrection. I am the same God who spoke to the void and said, "Let there be light." And that same voice still speaks within you. You may not see the full dawn yet, but even now my light is breaking through the cracks. You are not forgotten, and you are not forsaken. I am with you in the silence, in the waiting, in the space where tears have replaced words. I know the ache that sits deep within your soul, the kind that no one else fully understands. I have felt every cry of your heart, every unspoken prayer. But, my dear children, understand this: while you wait, I am working. While you rest, I am rearranging what you cannot yet see. When you see only the walls of your prison, I see the foundation that I am shaking loose. There are moments when my deliverance does not come as a sudden burst of light, but as a gentle dawn that slowly fills the sky. Do not rush the sunrise. Every color of my promise must be painted in its time. Trust that I am forming beauty from the ashes, even when the canvas still looks dark. My dear children, you often pray for me to take away the darkness, but sometimes I allow you to walk through it so you may discover the power of the light I have placed within you. It is easy to praise me on the mountaintop, but the song that rises from the valley, oh, that song shakes the heavens. That song is forged in faith, refined by surrender, and filled with eternal power. You may ask, "Lord, what good can come from my pain?" And I say to you, beloved, through every tear, compassion is born. Through every trial, endurance grows. Through every heartbreak, the heart learns how to love more deeply. The very wounds that once bled in the night will one day shine as scars of victory. I do not waste suffering, my dear children. What was meant to break you, I will use to build you. What was meant to silence you, I will use to make your voice a trumpet of hope. The midnight hour will not define your defeat. It will announce your deliverance. Look at how the chains fell for Paul and Silas, not because they fought, but because they sang, not because they begged, but because they believed. Their song was not about their circumstance. It was about my character. They sang not because they were free, but because they knew I am faithful, and their praise turned the darkness into a doorway. Your worship has that same power. When you lift your voice in the night, when you choose to trust me, though you cannot trace me, you invite heaven to move on your behalf. Angels are dispatched at the sound of your praise. The unseen realm stirs when faith is spoken aloud. And as you sing, the atmosphere around you begins to shift. Do not underestimate what happens when you choose faith in the middle of fear. You may feel small, but your trust in me is mighty. I dwell in the praises of my people, and I will fill the space you give me with my presence. Even now, I am filling the room you sit in. I am the warmth in the stillness, the whisper in your chest that says, "You are mine." My dear children, I am not only opening the doors around you, I am opening the doors within you. I am freeing your heart from the weight it has carried for too long. I am loosening your grip on the things that once bound you. You will not live in this prison forever. You were made for freedom, for light, for joy. Do not cling to the chains that once felt familiar. Do not dwell on what was lost. Lift your eyes toward what I am restoring, for I make all things new. The old things have passed away, and behold, the new is coming, rising like the morning sun over a quiet sea. There will come a day, my beloved, when you will look back on this season and see it for what it truly was, a midnight filled with miracles. You will realize that it was not the darkness that held you, but my hands. You will see that every tear fell not in vain, but into the soil of faith, where it grew into the tree of your testimony. And when that day comes, I will send you out to those still sitting in their own dark cells. You will speak of my faithfulness, and your words will carry light. You will tell them, He came to me in my midnight hour. He opened the door when I thought all was lost. He turned my mourning into dancing. For this is what I do, my dear children. I turn graves into gardens. I turn captivity into calling. I turn pain into praise. The midnight hour is not a curse. It is an invitation. It is the sacred moment where your weakness meets my strength, where your surrender becomes your song. Rest now, my beloved ones. Rest not in what you can control, but in who I am. I am the same God who opened the Red Sea, who calmed the storm, who brought my son from the tomb. There is nothing too hard for me. So breathe deeply. Let peace wash over you like soft rain. Let hope rise like a new dawn in your chest. The night is passing. The chains are falling. The light is breaking through. And when the world awakens to morning, you will rise too, stronger, brighter, freer than you have ever been. For I, your Father, have been with you through every shadow, and I will be with you until the end of time. My dear children, linger here a little longer. Let your heart rest in the stillness of this moment. The world beyond you may be noisy and restless, but here within this sacred space between your breath and mine, there is peace. You have walked with me through the midnight hour, and though the shadows still whisper, my light now begins to rise upon you. The night has served its purpose. It has softened what needed softening and drawn out prayers that had long slept in silence. And now, my beloved ones, as dawn stretches her gentle light across the horizon of your soul, I am wrapping you in the warmth of my eternal love. I have seen every tear that fell when no one else noticed. I have heard the quiet prayers spoken in weary whispers. I have gathered them one by one like dew upon the grass of my mercy. Nothing you have given me in faith is ever wasted. Not a moment of your pain, not a sigh, not a step taken entrusted all lives before me, glowing like embers that will soon burst into flame. Now, my dear children, feel the light of my presence begin to fill the room around you. Feel it warming the places that once felt cold. The heaviness that pressed upon your chest, let it lift now, for my hand is upon you. The darkness that seemed endless is being rolled away. For I am the same God who said, "Let there be light," and I am saying it again over your life. Let there be light in your thoughts. Let there be light in your home. Let there be light in the hidden corners of your heart. For I, your Father, have not forgotten you, and I have not abandoned you to the night. I have been walking beside you all along. When you stumbled, I steadied you. When you doubted, I held you. When you cried, I drew near enough to let your tears fall upon my hands. My dear children, my love for you does not change with the hour. Whether it is morning or midnight, storm or calm, I am constant. For I am the Lord. I do not change. My faithfulness does not flicker like a candle. It burns like the eternal flame before my throne, and that same light lives within you. You have felt weary, I know. The battle has seemed long, but hear me now. The victory is already written. The story you are living is not a story of defeat, but of redemption. Every page you thought was written in darkness, I am rewriting in light. Every ending you feared is becoming a new beginning. My dear children, breathe deeply. Can you feel it? That peace that surpasses understanding, it is not far away. It is within you. It flows like a river, clear and steady, carrying away every fear and every wound. This is my Spirit, your comforter, your counselor, your friend. When you do not know how to pray, he prays through you with groanings too deep for words. When you cannot find your way, he becomes the lamp that guides your steps. Let that river flow freely now, washing through every corner of your being. Let it renew your mind, cleanse your heart, and strengthen your soul. You are not what the darkness said you were. You are not the sum of your mistakes or the echo of your failures. You are Minkozen, loved, redeemed, restored. My dear children, I want you to see what I see when I look at you. I see beauty in your resilience, courage in your faith, and light in your endurance. I see hearts that refuse to stop believing, even when the night was longest. I see my image reflected in your perseverance. You are not forgotten, you are seen. You are not unseen, you are cherished. Even now, the light of your testimony is rising like a beacon for others still lost in the dark. Your faith will become their hope. Your song will become their strength. This is how my glory moves through the earth, not through grand displays of power alone, but through the quiet lives of those who trust me in the dark. I am making you into a lighthouse. My dear children, a steady glow upon the shore. The storms will come, but your light will not go out. The waves may roar, but they will not consume you. For I have set my hand upon you, and I have declared, you are mine. When you walk through the fire, I will be with you. When you pass through the rivers, they will not sweep over you. The flood may rise, but I will raise a standard against it. My promises are not fragile, they are everlasting. And even now, my spirit whispers to you, rise, rise from the ashes of disappointment, rise from the weight of regret, rise from the fear that has kept you small. You were made to walk in freedom, to breathe deeply of joy, to dance again in the sunlight of my grace. My dear children, remember this. There is no night so deep that my light cannot pierce it. There is no chain so strong that my word cannot break it. There is no wound so deep that my love cannot heal it. Lift your eyes now toward me. The dawn is breaking, not only in the sky above, but within you. What once felt cold will bloom with warmth again. What once felt silent will echo with songs again. What once felt lost will be found in the radiance of my light. Let my peace settle over you now like a soft blanket after the storm. Let it quiet your thoughts and calm your spirit. For I am not a distant God watching from afar. I am a father holding his children close. Feel my embrace. Feel my heartbeat steady against your own. You are safe here. You are home in my love. Do not carry the burdens that I have already lifted. Do not fear the path that I have already walked ahead of you. The same grace that sustained you yesterday will sustain you tomorrow. The same light that led you through the midnight hour will guide you into the brightness of day. As you go forward, remember my words. I will never leave you nor forsake you. These are not promises bound by time. They are eternal truths sealed by my own heart. Wherever you go, I go. Whatever you face, I face with you. Whatever you fear, I will conquer on your behalf. So rest now, my dear children. Let go of striving. You have nothing to prove and nothing to earn. My love for you was not won by performance, nor can it be lost by failure. It is yours simply because you are mine. Stand beneath my light now. Let it pour over you like sunlight after rain. Feel it warming your spirit, healing the cracks within your heart, restoring what was taken, renewing what was weary. This is your inheritance, the peace of my presence, the joy of my salvation, the strength of my promise. And when you leave this moment, take this light with you. Carry it into your homes, your workplaces, your conversations. Let it shine in your kindness, your forgiveness, your patience. Let others see me through the calm in your spirit and the love in your words. For the world is longing for light, and you, my dear children, are the bearers of it. Do not hide what I have given you. Share it gently, humbly, freely. Let your light shine before others, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven. And now, as this message draws to a close, I ask you share this light. If these words have touched your heart, if you have felt my peace in this space, let it ripple outward. Speak of it. Let others know that I am still near. My dear children, when you like, when you comment, when you share this message, you are not promoting a voice. You are spreading my word. You are becoming a messenger of hope, helping another weary soul find their way home. So, as a father blesses his children, I bless you now. I bless your heart with peace, your mind with clarity, your home with safety, and your future with radiant hope. May my light go before you to guide your steps. May my grace surround you to hold you steady. May my love dwell within you to keep your soul at rest.